All right, so we're gonna roll with circle theorem. Do you all feel like you need a little run through before we start questions? Yeah, let me know. Veer, Bryce, Nicholas. Or they feel like they need a run through. Keely. Or straight into questions.
Yeah, a little quick run through the 5 minutes. Like,
All right. Oh, this is not live, eh? Or they could talk how much they want. You hear that, Keely? Keely, use like the co-host of
Still,
my
it's kind of scared.
wait, eh? I start talking to Keely. Keely here, no?
Ele wants to make coffee, so she know by she laptop.
Hey,
Yeah.
Keely, I think they. But Amy, in the
See,
meantime, you could be the co-host. Yeah, you have it
it's a little blurry. You mind if it like kind of make it clear, if it's possible?
with the screen.
Yeah, well, the text and stuff. When you zoom out, it's kind of blurry.
I don't think it have any way to fix that. Nah, I don't think it have any way to fix that. Let me try joining Zoom on my phone and see how it's looking.
Oh, when it's zoomed in, it's clear, but like zoomed out, yeah, it's barely.
Pressure.
Recording in progress.
I see it now on my side. It looking real blurry for you.
You could go on to like the paper itself.
Say that again.
You could go to the papers and the question itself.
Yeah,
Yeah, that the work in there looks really blurry.
that's no problem. I just zoom up. You see it there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I just zoom in. All right, cool. So with circle theorem, let me see how much theorems I have to remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me start off with the easiest one to remember. The easiest one I think to remember is if you have a semicircle, the triangle in the semicircle would always be 90 degrees. Everybody had to know that one. Anybody don't know that one? Aliyah?
Hi.
Yeah, Aliyah. Don't be nervous and thinking about this on YouTube live. I had to hear talking.
Sorry.
Oh, Ethan.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like it's
actually, eating.
Ethan.
Rice and grilled chicken.
Rice and grilled chicken.
Yeah.
I say was eating some corn soup.
Not today, tomorrow.
Uh, well, here, what, if I spending the night, or they could hook up me with some corn soup.
Sure.
Sound like a plan?
Yeah.
Some
I
vibe.
want to bring a full box of popcorn.
Say no more, say no more. But we're not gonna watch movies, no. We're not gonna watch movies. We're gonna look at maths. We're gonna do maths. Yeah. After
Do
CSEC,
that in
coming
between, you know.
time. But right now it's quick antics. You're lucky. Yeah. So I'm just
Yeah,
about
but I like real unlucky though.
those
Because I have integrated science and maths in the same day, you know, the same day.
prices now on the YouTube. No, yeah.
Right, Sasha and all too.
That's how they really do it there, but little there. Right?
So,
So this is the easiest theorem to know. Anytime you have a semicircle, and what tells you it's a semicircle is if you have a line passing straight through the center of the circle. That's what tells you it is the circumference. The circumference is a point that goes from end to end and it passes through the center of the circle. So anytime you have a situation where you have a semicircle, the angle formed is always a right angle. All right. That being said, Would this be a right angle? Would this be a right angle? Chat, would that be a right angle?
Yeah,
Pasha say
it
yes.
would.
They'd say yes. Amy, you want to knock it on them?
So I seen that because you put the little right angle sign there, but I don't think it
No,
would
that would
because
not.
of the theorem.
That's not right.
Oh, they'll find an ugly person and I'll square by them. I don't think you can do anything. Video, do that, right?
Might.
Find a chunkster and put a square by the jawline. They go start a mug. I don't think that will help. I could put anything I want. You think if I do that make a right angle?
No.
No.
No, but so because it's you, I might actually believe it.
I guess I'm out of power then. But the answer is no. The reason why this wouldn't work is because this is not the circumference. What's the circumference? The diameter. This is not the diameter. That is not the diameter. Wait, are you seeing this line passing from end to end, passing through the center of the circle?
Absolutely not.
No, it's not passing through the center of the circle, so this is not the diameter. And if it's not the diameter, then it doesn't cut the circle in half, right? So this is wrong. This is very wrong. What about this situation? Yeah, will it be 90 degrees now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, because I have the diameter. And if you have the diameter of a circle, it cuts the circle in half. So this is one half, this is another half. So the angle formed at the circumference will be 90. Right? So this theorem is anytime you have a semicircle, so the theorem is the angle formed in a semicircle is always 90 degrees at the circumference as the theorem. This is the easiest one to remember. Let me go through some other cases real quick. So this is the most common one. You have to remember this one. It looking like a little fox here. And if I can see by looking like a fox. So Aliyah, I'm gonna have you read this one. Give it a quick read.
Angles in the same segment and standing on the same chord are always equal.
All right, do you know what a segment is? Tell me
That's
fast.
like,
Yes or no?
I think so, I don't know.
All right. Well, tell me this is what you think a segment is. Pay attention, guys. So a segment is literally just segment of a circle, right? So imagine if I cut this circle like this, I would have this major segment and this minor segment. A segment is just piece of a circle. That's it. So the same angles in the same segment. So Aliyah, are these angles in the same segment?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're in the same segment, right? And then the same portion. Because
yeah,
this line over here, by the way, what do we call that? What is a line called?
the chord.
As a cord, right? A cord. Think of a cord, right? Your phone cord. You charge off
Yeah.
your cord. It connects your phone to the charging brick. So a cord just connects it connects one point on the circumference to another point on the circumference. A cord. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And the cord divides the circle into the major segment and the minor segment. I don't think I have to say it. Major is the bigger segment, minor is the smaller segment. So angles in the same segment and standing on the same chord are always equal. So we are seeing that this is a chord. Both these angles are standing on the same chord and they're in the same segment. So that means they are equal to each other. I want to do quick drawings fast, and make notes. Make notes real fast. I give it another 2 minutes. Take 2 minutes fast on.
We had a right. We had a draw.
I wonder. What the hell to draw. I wonder what. Sasha, you know what we gotta draw?
I just drawing random circles and lines.
I guess it's just random circular lines. So, Bryce, we had a draw. You had to draw this diagram over here, right? Exactly where you see it. So you're gonna draw.
Okay.
What you're gonna draw is you're gonna draw a chord. Now a chord is just simply a line connecting one point on the circumference to another point on the circumference. And then you're gonna draw two angles. The angles need to be touching the circumference, and they need to be standing on the same chord. Remember, chord, let's connect one end of the circle to the other end.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Haley, the co-host of Math Vibes, are you back?
Yeah,
All right, so Haley, how do you feel being the co-host?
amazing. I'm so honored.
You're so honored. So
Yeah.
you had to be mashing it up in YouTube Live then.
Ah, we can see.
All right, we'll see. All right, so I take it that you all have nearly everything copied down. Oh, you need a little more time.
2 minutes,
That's
2
which
minutes.
one we drawing?
What do you mean which one are they drawing? It's just this one over here, guys. What? What? Yeah, are they drawing this?
And do I write down all the notes on all two, eh?
Yes, they need to write that in the exam. So they want
Okay.
the exam, they will ask you what theorem to use. You need to say what theorem you use. So this one saying, if you have angles in the same segment standing on the same chord, they are equal. So Haley, just to run it back quickly, this is a chord because it's connecting one point on the circumference and another point on the circumference, and that would divide the circle into the major segment and the minor segment. So this whole thing, this is the major segment. If you notice, you have two angles standing on the same chord and they're in the same segment, so they're equal. That's it explained quickly. Right? Understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, 50-50, you're good.
Yeah, good.
All right. Okay. That being said, I would like you all to copy this one now. So a line drawn from the center of a circle to the midpoint of a chord is perpendicular to the chord at 90 degrees. So basically, if we have a chord and we draw a line from the center to the chord, it will always form a right angle to the chord. Always. I mean, if you forget this one in the exam, you could figure it out like real fast. Right, Healy? And you could figure this out like, okay, Healy, if I draw a chord, right, and I connect this point to the center of that chord, and you can see it's a right angle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that just remind me of the question we did in 2025, where they asked us to figure out the minimum distance. Check it out. You notice over here is 90 degrees as well. Osha, you see that?
Yeah.
Any other distance, and it'll be more. Check it out. Like, Keely, which distance shorter? That distance or this distance? One or two?
One.
Yeah. And we know that the shortest distance will always be 90 degrees. So as soon as I have this copied down, let me know quick movements here tonight. I want to finish the whole circle theorem. And tomorrow, are going to be doing the whole of 2025, the whole paper. Kelly, you ready for that?
Yeah.
Cool. You do that whole paper in very depth, like real in detail. All right. I want you all to copy this one now. This is another very frequent theorem that comes quite a lot. So, Aliyah, check this out. They're saying that the angle at the center is 2 times the angle at the circumference. So, Aliyah, watch it and allow it to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the angle looking bigger? Over here or over here? Where's the
At
angle
the
looking bigger?
center.
At the center.
Yeah.
Imagine you had a bow and arrow, right? The bow and arrow start off like this. Where's the angle at the string? Wait, so I'm gonna draw a better one. Yeah, imagine you had a bow and arrow. Before you pull anything yet, where's the angle of the string? I didn't pull the string yet. Oh. So the string is a straight line.
180.
180. If I start to pull the string now, the further I pull back the string, will the angle get smaller or bigger?
It will get bigger.
Okay, so it got bigger.
Wait.
Wait,
It gets smaller.
It'll get smaller, yes, it'll get smaller.
Wait. I
Watch.
don't understand. Hold on.
If I pull back the string,
Oh.
how smaller
Yeah.
angle gets in?
I could get smaller yet.
So think of it. The greater it moves, the more distance it moves away from here, it's gonna get smaller. So, and we know that the distance, like, okay, think about it like this. And this distance is half of this whole distance here,
Yeah.
because this is the radius and this is the diameter. So
Mm-hmm.
obviously, if you go like 2 times the distance, then the angle will decrease by a half. So we
Yeah.
see what making sense. So
Okay, yeah.
whatever this angle is, this is just 2 times at the center. So if this is 45 degrees, this will be 90. That would never happen, but just an example. So copy that down quickly. If any of you guys did not get a chance to copy down the theorems, I'm going to send it on the chat.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ask you to scroll back up to the one with the 90 degrees.
Wait, we're not supposed to be copying this now, eh? Unless it's talking about this one.
Yeah, that
All right. Well, I'll send this on the chat. Right? In the meantime, try to copy down these 2 in the meantime. Right, it's on the chat there. All right. So Haley, do you understand this theorem?
Yes.
Notice something, right? Both of these angles they originating from the same points on the circumference. This is what I mean. You can see it?
Yeah.
Both of them starting from the same points. For instance, imagine if I had done this. Would the rule still apply here?
No.
No, because if you notice this angle over here, it doesn't start from the same point as the other angle. Watch this again. Maybe if I write in different colors, you'll catch. Yeah, watch that here. The point I'm trying to make is both of the angles need to start and end back at the same point. That's the point I'm trying to make. Are you seeing that happening over here?
No.
No, so it wouldn't apply. So the angle at the center of a circle is twice the angle at the circumference. An additional piece of information you could add here is they must be standing on the same chord. Must be standing on the same chord. And you probably can't see the chord, but this is the chord. If I was to draw it, that's the chord. All right. I want you all to copy down this one now. So let's run through this one quickly. Aliyah, this one comes a lot, and you need to understand it. So let me explain it to you quickly. So Aliyah, unmute it first. Right. So Aliyah, read the theorem.
The angle between the tangent and the side of the triangle is equal to the interior opposite angles.
What does interior mean by chance?
Like the inside.
We outside.
We
Me
inside.
personally, I know inside. All I had to be inside. Well, I guess I inside because of it.
Yeah.
All right. So it's saying that the inside, it's saying that the angle between the tangent and the side of the triangle. So we know what tangent is, right?
Yeah.
You sure we know what tangent is?
Yes.
Okay. So a tangent is a line that touches the circle at exactly one point. This is a tangent. Guys, would this be a tangent?
No.
What would this could be? What would it be? It's not supposed to see.
Your chord.
That'll be a chord, right? Wouldn't be a tangent. This is a tangent.
No.
So and there would be an angle between the tangent and the triangle.
Yeah.
That angle would be equal to the interior opposite angle. How I like to remember it is I like to draw X's. You can see it there. And this works all the time. So let me add that into the diagram. So maybe you all could add it if it helps. Right, so copy that down quickly and let me know when to move on. And if you finish, there's the circle theorems on the chat. You could continue. So continue. Oh wait. We're going to speed here. I want all of you to tag Desron in the chat. Or everybody, just tag him. Just tag Desron. I feel Desron sleeping enough. I feel he pulling Akira. Kira, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Are we slaying?
Yeah, we are.
Are we watching how to train CXE?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm asking for those two tests.
How are you, Reggie?
I'm going good. I'm good. Thanks for asking. I'm a little
Okay.
worried about Ollie though. A little worried about Ollie.
I worry about myself too.
That's crazy. Well, yeah, pay attention. We're going to do a bunch of questions tonight. I'll see you tomorrow as well. But Kira, you definitely in a good place. I feel like you're in a good place. You sure? I'm sure you're gonna get a 2/1. Yeah.
Okay, you wanna know something? My motivation is if Aiden could get 2, then I could get 1. That's my whole thing.
No, that's valid. That's valid. You done some maths.
Yeah.
Now, like things was real bad. I remember the night for his exams. I like do a call and try a thing. Yes, a real try a thing. Things was bad. So you definitely could get one. Is everybody done copying this diagram here? Ali, are you done?
I have the paper where I give me when we was doing
So you're not copying down anything.
classes in January, so I just
No, she not doing nothing at all. She not.
I have
You see,
the paper
that is
right in
waste
front.
man activities.
I
I know,
have the
right?
paper right
I
in
tell
front.
she how
Aliyah,
she write it down. And she say
Aliyah,
no.
I'm making you write it down for a reason,
I
right?
take it
A
in.
reason.
I like writing in where you're writing on the paper.
Be
She
for real.
lying, the paper blank.
Be for real.
She
Aliyah,
lying, eh?
Aliyah listening to too much Taylor Swift. Blank space. You know what I'm talking about. But Aliyah, write down the thing. Aliyah, I'm making Aliyah write it down for a reason. So it will stay in my head. I like to visualize it. Yeah, that's crazy. Amy, I know you're in a real good position, but you taking down any notes?
I'm gonna be honest.
You
No.
know, Amy, don't get too cocky. Try to. I guess you're waiting for the
No, trust. Earlier, I did Jan 2025, the circle theorem question. Like, I could send you my answer right now.
same thing.
Like, it was a good question.
Nice.
I'll send it.
All right, so Healy, you have the diagrams copied down. Look, Sasha copied down everything, you know.
Because I'll
Yeah.
start next year. If I don't do it, I'll get clout. See what I mean? Be checking them out here.
Right,
Send
right.
help.
I have Jesus with me here, and Jesus not doing anything. He said give it. Jesus said give shit.
Somebody call 911, please.
Oh, I even have Ganesh here, and he said give shit. And I even have Tanti comes on camera saying knock it on them. I have full evidence, but I get away with it. Right? So I presume everybody has a copy down here. Healy, yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Healy, why I feel like you're not copying down anything?
I did.
Okay.
But do I actually see it because it's ugly?
You know what you should do? You should draw
What?
a box by it. I think that might make it a little
Oh,
different.
yeah, I should.
Oh, yeah. All right. Okay. This is a very easy one. This is the easiest one out there. If you have a semicircle, angle form at the circumference is 90. This is real easy. Just copy this one quickly. This one real easy. Peter, I want to ask you, would this triangle I'm drawing here, would it use that theorem that says the angle in a semicircle is always 90?
Can you repeat the question, please? I didn't hear it too clearly.
Okay. I said I want to shoot myself.
Yeah.
Hey, you just hear what this man just said?
Yeah.
This was
It just come to a point, you know.
I
It
did
just
it.
comes to a point where they're so deep into the math. It's always think about.
I go on here, yes. Amy teach them, right? Amy will teach. Amy, put on the camera and get them a lesson.
Don't go and do what you just said, okay?
All right, so wait. Question I asked. The triangle I just drew, the one in red, would I be able to utilize the theorem I wrote on
No,
this?
you won't, sir,
Why? Why is it?
because the chord would not be at the exact midpoint.
Exactly. So it wouldn't be the diameter then. And if it's not the diameter, if you don't have a diameter, then you're not cutting the circle in half to form a semicircle. In this case, I would have a minor segment over here, and I would have a major segment over here. Because if you realize, this is smaller than this piece. You see it?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. So that wouldn't work. Haley, I trust that you copy down everything. I trust that you being very diligent and studious.
Yeah, copy down well.
I say you have this copy down.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. So this comes very rarely. I think it come like some 1990 something, 2006 or something. But this come. So tangents from a common point to a circle are always equal in length. And let me show you how this bring it in. So Haley, you notice that what we will call that? Remind me, what's the name for this? It touches
Tangent.
tangent, right? And this is a,
Tangent.
and both of them starting at the
Circumference.
no. No.
Hmm?
So Haley,
The section.
is it again with
They intersect.
they intersect? And so that means it's starting from the same point. Haley, this come like you and Sasha in the same room, right? And if you leave, a little walk in different parts.
Yeah.
Okay, well, watch you and Sasha here, but then I decide to walk different paths. So what I want to hear is you have two tangents, and these two tangents are starting from the same point outside of the circle. And so when they intersect with the circle, they will both have the same length. So Haley, that being said, how they like to bring it, they like to incorporate triangles into this. So Haley, if they introduce triangles into this, the angle I find here and the angle I find here would be what?
Equal.
Because it would form a what kind of triangle? I'll give you a hint.
Start with I?
Yeah.
A right angle triangle.
No, I isosceles.
Well, technically, it would always be a right angle triangle. It would always be a right angle triangle. And by it being a right angle triangle, it would be isosceles. Actually, wait, let me think about it. Yeah, it will always be a right angle triangle. Well, because like actually no, it wouldn't always be a right angle triangle. Not right, so it wouldn't always be a right angle triangle because like if I draw a tangent here and yeah, I'm not looking like a right angle triangle. So Bryce, what gets in that is if you have two tangents starting from the same point outside the circle, when they interact with the circle, the distances would be the same, right? And so that would form an isosceles triangle because the length here and the length here will be the same. So if those two lengths are the same, then the base angles are equal. So that's that. Let me know if you all have this copy down.
Yeah, I have a copy down.
Not like Aliyah. And then Aliyah will be like,
Nope.
why Bryce
You
be...
don't have
In
a
the
copy down.
process of copying all down, okay?
And when Aliyah see a 3 or 2 in Twitter, she'll be like, watch
Oh
out.
my gosh,
She'll
no,
be
don't
like,
say
she'll be
that.
like this.
Wow,
Yeah.
you're praying on my downfall.
No, you praying on your own downfall, Queen.
No, I copied it down. Well, hurry up.
Okay, good. Let's move on. This is another very, very easy one. Anytime you have a cyclic quadrilateral, and what do I mean by cyclic quadrilateral? All the vertices need to touch the circumference. Or here what I'm saying, right? All. If all of them not touching the circumference, and the rule wouldn't work. So Healy, would this be a cyclic quadrilateral?
No,
No, why wouldn't it be a cyclic quadrilateral?
because 2 points are touching.
Yeah, only over here and over here touching, right?
Yeah.
For it to be a cyclic quadrilateral, this side will need to be touching here, and this vertex will need to be touching there. Right, so just keep that in mind. And we're seeing that the opposite angles are up to 180 degrees. What's a fancy way for saying that? Amy, hit them with the maths. This is what I'm looking for. It has fancy what I'm looking for. In jargon. Yeah, yeah. Amy, hit them with the math jargon. What's the fancy word for saying opposite angles add up to 180?
Interior angles.
Nah.
No.
Because
Okay.
they are what? The angles are what?
Complementary.
Ah, boy, Nicholas, dab mob there, dab mob there. Let me
You know,
go.
I was not going to
What
say
Let me
happened here?
that.
What
go.
happened here?
Ah, boy. Amy, take a L there, take a L there.
You probably Google that.
Minus one aura points right there, Amy. Minus one aura points. Right now,
I was
right,
just going to say that after.
right now, Nicholas aura farming. He's slick with it. There you go. So another way to say it is the angles are complementary, meaning they'll add up to 180. So an example of this is, so Bryce, what is the opposite angle to A? What is the opposite
See?
angle? C, right? So if this is 78 degrees, what would this angle here be?
78?
No.
No?
Read this here for me.
Oh, will add up to 180.
So if
So,
this is 78, what is having
uh-huh.
try to add up to 180?
102.
That's it? Okay, right? We're good. So copy this down fast. Well, the same logic would apply to these angles over here. Same thing. No difference. I like how you're on Snapchat. Snapchat will help you tomorrow. Along tomorrow.
It's tedious.
Day after tomorrow. I don't see how Snapchat will help you for that. I have AutoCAD on my laptop. I can help you with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have AutoCAD. I had to do.
I just bought my computer and for TD, no crash or like my last exam. I was strong on myself.
Alright. Tomorrow when I come, I could bring my last and the same paper and just do it.
Oh no. Tomorrow we're doing maths. We're doing maths tomorrow. We're doing maths.
We should know tomorrow. TD, right. So it doesn't even make sense.
Wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, we.
Waste that time. Waste man activities again.
Oh.
Wouldn't make sense. Don't focus on. Let me just focus on maths right now. Let's focus on maths. I think objectively, I think passing maths more important than TD. Objectively. I feel like the minimum is you have to pass CSEC Maths, you know? Nobody does ask
Yeah.
for TD. But so
No, it's not right. I want to pass TD because I want to further it too now.
anything you do, they're gonna ask if you have maths. Maths first.
Yeah.
Anything that you do. Yeah. But I see what you're saying. So I presume you all have this copy down. Let's move on to this one. It's another very easy one. The angle between the tangent and the radius is 90 degrees. So once you have a radius and a tangent, the angle between is 90 degrees. So Sasha, would it apply over here? Sasha said yes. Nicholas.
No, because it's not.
Is that?
Wait, yeah, you see it. So this line I draw, this is not really a tangent, right? Right, Nicholas? That's not really a tangent. Because that is not a tangent. Because it is not a tangent because it cuts in the circle at 2 points. Because it's not a tangent, then the rule wouldn't apply. Rule wouldn't apply. Right? So since we know most of the theorems, or this is all they would need to know. Let's proceed to some questions. We're gonna start off with January 2025. Let's go. This question looking cake. Looking like cake, boy. Ooh. All right, so I'm gonna call Aliyah. Since Aliyah was so bold to not write down anything, Aliyah, that must mean you're very, very highly intellectual. You're at
Oh
the,
my
at
God,
the
no.
wavelength. You're at the peak wavelength. You have maximum aura right now. Let me hear. So go. Run it in.
The diagram below shows a circle with its center O and the points P, Q, L, and N lying on its circumference. Ln is equal to NQ, and Rm is a tangent to the circle at L. Angle MLN is equal to 63 degrees. Explain why angle X and angle NQL are equal.
Right. That's an easy one. So, Aliyah. Actually, let me not say anything. Use the boss.
Oh gosh.
Tell me why angle X. Oh, and I need to show you this too, right? I showed you all this earlier, but I'll just reiterate. If they're talking about NQL, watch it. NQL, where the angle looking like it is? Where it is looking, where you think it is, Sasha? Where it looking like it have an angle? Okay, so
By Q?
by Q, yeah, Q. The angle over here. So,
Yeah.
let's see the angle here. So why is angle X and angle Q the same? What's your rule for that?
The angles in the same segment and standing on the same chord are always equal.
Right. The angle in the same segment standing on the same chord. And what chord would that be, Sasha? What is the chord we are looking at in this question? In this question. Yeah, NL. All right. Lightweight. Easy one, mark. So, Ali, are you good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want, you could probably put a little X here because you know that these two angles is the same. Anybody want me to run through that? Vade, Keely, Bryce, Kiara.
No.
Yeah.
Bryce, you want me to run it through back?
You want to?
Sure.
All right. So Bryce, I presume you have the theorems by now.
Yeah.
Right. And even if
And
you
I have a handout too. But write it down.
have a handout, but we don't take handouts. We do it. We play the game fair. We play the
Yes,
game hard.
like
We grind.
Aliyah.
We
Right.
sort it out.
Yeah.
Right. So, Bryce, which theorem you seeing that looking like that? Vade, you too? Which is there any theorem that looks like that?
I guess in the first one.
Yeah, the first one, right? You could see that they're standing on the same chord. So this angle and this angle standing on the same chord. What is the chord we are talking about?
The coordinates are always equal.
No. A
So
chord,
true.
a chord disconnects a point to a point. So look at what we're saying. This angle here, angle, both of them standing on the same chord. What is that chord?
Or um uh, um
A chord disconnects 2 points. So what point to what point?
okay, from A to B.
Talking about in this particular diagram.
Oh,
This
or
diagram.
L to N. L to N. Or N to L.
That's
Anyone.
correct. Yes. You have it there. Nice. So we have two angles, and they're going to the circumference, and they are standing on the same chord NL in the same segment. So there you go. Awesome. Let's move on. Right. I'm gonna call upon the co-host Haley. Haley, knock them out. Give questions. Sorry. Haley.
Determine the value of each of the following angles. Show working where possible and give a reason for your answer.
So we need to figure out angle X. Wait, but sorry, Haley, I'll make it fine for X. Sorry about that.
I don't have them thing.
That's good. You only asking the Y's, not the X's.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out why everything is work. I respect that. So let me try to figure out X, right? You see any rules or theorems you could apply to figure out X? So let me show you a strategy, right? In this question, you're seeing a tangent. So automatically think of any theorems with tangents. They also said that Ln is equal to NQ. So Ln is equal to NQ. That makes that triangle a what?
Isosceles.
Right. And what angles in isosceles are equal?
The one with a
If I have a
The two bottom.
yes, Asha, you're saying the correct thing. Watch. The two base angles will be the same. So apply that to this question, Haley. Where will be the base angle if this is a triangle?
Y and X.
No, this could be a base angle. Watch. Check it. If I take this and I rotate it, you will see it. Think you can see it there. You see it?
Yeah.
Right. But that's not gonna help us really. That's not really gonna help us. We can do this. So Healy, again, look out for any theorems that have right angles, right angles, that have tangents in it. What are the only theorems that have tangents in them?
The angle between the tangent and the side of the triangle is equal to the interior opposite angle.
Perfect. So do we have any triangles? Tell me, do we have any triangles that you see that's in between the are you seeing any angles that is being formed between the tangent and a triangle?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is 63. Which angle will be 63? NQ, what, tell me.
X.
Over here? Here, why you say with confidence, right? Look at the rule. Let's look at the rule. Once you have a triangle, and I have an angle between a triangle and a tangent, is equal to the interior opposite angle. Just draw arrow, right? If we apply that in this question, can you confidently say we're doing the correct thing? Did we just not do the thing that the question said? I mean, yeah, and we have a tangent and we have an angle between the tangent and the triangle. So it will be equal to the interior opposite angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we correct. So x is equal to
63.
right. And if that is 63, what is going to be?
63.
Yeah. And now let me show you something, right, Keely? Watch this. And so look at this. This angle and that angle being formed between this triangle. You can see that, right?
Yeah.
That's how we just don't find the answer. And then it's also being formed between the tangent and this triangle as well.
Yeah.
So watch. Tell me, making sense.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So the answer, the reason why the angle is 63 degrees, or 63? What's the reason behind that? What's the theorem?
The angle between the tangent and the side of the and the side of the triangle is equal to the interior opposite angle.
Nicholas, you have any ops?
Oh, it's a civilian.
They have this one Metro Boomin song. I don't know if you know that song. With 21 Savage. He sing this song about not shooting civilians. You know, I think you're referring to that. Are you? You know what song I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know your song you're talking about.
That was a real bad song, eh?
I know every single 21 Savage song.
Yeah, that's a real bad song. If I don't play that song on this setup, that is yeah. Right. So I trust that everybody understands. You go with this, right? Come on, the phone on. Pay attention. On the phone. Sorry, I apologize. What you could do is you could open the 2025 paper in your phone. Let me just,
Then continue.
guys, I cannot multitask in here. If any of you have a 2025 paper, I'll show what I send it at some point. Just link it in the chat, right? Sasha, let me do part B now. So we just now found that angle X is 63. So Sasha, tell me, if angle X is 63, how would I figure out for Y?
Since there are two angles as opposite, and I'm trying to from 80 and 6 over, well, sorry, 60 over 63, so 180 is 54.
Yeah, that's correct. Big up Sasha, boy. Big up Sasha. So what Sasha said was that obviously we have a isosceles triangle. Bryce, you seeing that, right? Bryce, you seeing that?
Yeah.
Anytime you see them two lines, that means that the base angles are equal. You don't really have to know what base angle means, but it says base. So this is the base of the triangle. And if you're not seeing that, just look for the sides that have the line. That would mean that this side and this side are equal. So Bryce, if we know that both of those angles are equal, and we know that this is 63, what is going to be?
63.
Right. And if this is 63 and this is 63, and we know what we're mind, don't say three, eh? What is the sum of angles in a triangle? What is the sum of angles in a triangle?
Maybe two angles out of each other.
Right? But what is the sum of angles in a whole triangle? What do you
Oh,
have?
180.
180. So to do this question, I will say 63 plus 63, and that'll be 126. And 126 from 180 will be 54. You understand that?
Yeah.
And that will be this angle here, like Sasha said. Big up Sasha. Sasha getting one shot, guys. Sasha
Yeah.
bad. Right? So this will be 54. And he working for that. That's just this could be 63 as well. Kelly, and you know this brain rot thing, like the Italian brain rot, like with tongue.
Tralalelo, tralala.
Yeah.
I
And
only know one though by heart because I just forget it. I only know ballerina, cappuccino.
boy, that thing stuck in my head, boy. Oh God.
Ballerina.
And then they have then they had the crocodilo,
Bombardino, crocodilo. Here
What
that's
is
right.
that one?
and then
Hey,
they have that on. Then they have the one about the panther, the brothers, Simon Lewis or something.
You
Forget.
lost.
Simon Claw. Simon
Yes,
Claw.
yes, Simon Close. That's
And the best one is brr, patapim. And then the have this one I get where the word man.
elephant. You see the one the elephants?
Yeah, that is Lady Lady now something like that.
Hey, man, know the thing. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
Yes, one keep hearing that.
as I bring our craft of myself.
Right. So, Sasha, the only reason for the 54 degrees, how did we figure out it was 54 degrees? There are two reasons. Number one, how you know that this was 63?
So the isosceles triangle.
Right. So
other triangles of the same, the angles of the same.
we have to say triangle NQL is an isosceles therefore base angles are equal. Right, and if we know the base angles are equal, we know two angles, we can easily find for the other missing one. So this is one of the reasons, and the other reasons is the sum of angles But you need to put full work in to get all the marks, eh? And you're not gonna get all the marks just so. You need to have full work in. Don't risk it. No chances, but you don't want to write maths again in your life. No chance. Unless you're like Aliyah. Aliyah loves maths. She really does.
No, that is not true.
That's the truth.
Maths and admath
So-
is my worst enemy.
Nobody loves maths. I love maths. What are you talking about? Boy,
We know you love maths.
maths is my babes, boy. I hugging up and kissing. See, maths, I love maths, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Maths do plenty thing for me.
Yes, sir.
Big up maths. You have it?
Would it be possible if like you could put the answers in like a different color?
They're already in a different color. This one is red, this one is orange.
Yeah, like the way you put it kind of more difficult for me to see.
Oh,
My eyes just so I just going more and more blind, so
I see. Let me fix that. I'm gonna fix that for you real quick. How about now?
my gosh.
I think the black any better.
Shit,
Oh,
if you-
Tama.
yeah, but anyway, it's a
Body red.
there you go with the black.
Right, so triangle NQL is an isosceles triangle, therefore base angles are equal. Then we say in sum of angles in a triangle is 180, and we show them the mathematical evidence. So we say 180 minus 63 plus 63 is 54, and that's it. So yeah, copy that down real quick. I think that's it. No, that was real easy. Keely, you can't lie. That was real easy. Keely, that was real easy.
Yeah, bro. For real.
Damn. That was real easy, right? That you real easy mark. How much marks that was? That was 2, 4, 5. Okay, 5 marks. Kind of on the low end, but it was an easy question. Bryce, and even you, and you find that was easy?
Yeah, it was normal.
Yeah, that was normal. I was just had to know all the theorems and be able to see it. So I want to do 5 questions tonight. We're going to do 5 questions. 4 more. Keely, I feel to sing that song, boy. Tung, 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 tung.
Once you hear it, it is just
Hey,
sticking.
hey, you hear the funk on the here, let me play, here,
I shall love to hear it.
here.
Bryce is sing this song.
Patapim, il mio cappello è
I
pieno di
hear
sliga.
that. I hear that one. I hear that.
Hey, girl about it.
It sounds Jamaican. When I first hear it, it sounds kind of Jamaican. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was like a Jamaican who do the video.
You know the OG like brain rot, the galvanized square steel. I don't even know if it's brain rot, but it was such a big thing. You know what?
I'll look it up.
So do you know yogurt?
Don't know what?
Yogurt.
Nah.
It's like the new Instagram meme, so. But you see, this is an actual special kind of brunette. For those who have like less than half a brain.
Yeah, I see. Talking about this and how they use it to like use it with a window.
Yeah, like
Lengthen
it
it.
just used to go viral. Like a few years back, where this man would just be building rooms, and he would always
I remember these
galvanize press.
videos. I remember these videos.
Yeah, that one. So
Yeah. Where they used to lengthen the apartments. I would personally wouldn't trust that. Because like
I
they
would
going
never
outside
rent my apartment, so I just watch it for fun.
because them going outside the window and thing. I personally wouldn't do that. I don't trust it. Right? So let me keep pushing. Trust everybody.
Wait, you know what year specifically you're gonna do?
2025, 2024, 2023. Going on the line. Going on the line.
Wait. Okay, just 1 second.
Yeah, CXC. I'll go and look up fast math solution or Cohen Springer solutions and get ready. Don't do that to no guy. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. Don't look up the solutions. Or you're messing up all your own self. All right, so everybody have that copy on I trust. Let's move on to 2024. I want Kiara to help me with that question. I know Kiara loves maths. If maths was a person, Kiara would be maths' biggest supporter.
Really? I will be Matt's biggest supporter.
Yep.
Oh, what was the question?
Put on that. Find out that way. That way, tell me 54 one time. No, I can't trust you. I should come up with my own questions now. Yeah, let me check the maths textbook I have. I can't find the solution to this. No, if you have that, you have all. Let me check the maths.
I'm back, by the way.
Okay, that's it.
What is it? Oh,
I
here.
just said I'm
You said you're back, right?
Yeah.
I see all I could always pull up fast math solution or Cohen Springer solution. So catch us. Maybe I should have my own questions on it.
Oh my
What textbook
God.
here?
I went for my past paper book actually.
Yeah, some nice questions. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I guess we could do some of that. I'll make our chief for sure. Right, so here what is going on the camera? Let me see what they're doing. Let me see what they're doing. Let me see what they have like maybe they have the answer sheet here. I don't know, they're just like scrolling through it. Bryce, put on the camera, ready? Let me see the Edgar drip. Let me see the Edgar drip. Let me see. I sure you went on pink. I sure Bryce went on pink.
You can see the ceilings too.
Yeah, I can see the ceiling. Big up, Vid. Nicholas, I know you're a TikTok celebrity.
Hold on, so I'm gonna relocate and I'll turn on the camera.
All right, no problem. Nicholas, put on the camera, ready. Let me see what you're doing.
No. I chopped. Good.
I wonder if Miss Roshni go think it chop way. I wonder.
Yeah, she tell me I was looking terrible with the secret here.
Let me see now. No, I wouldn't post it on YouTube.
No, I wouldn't show my whole face. I would just show my hair because I tie off my hair just now.
That is all right. Let me see what went on with you. I talk about camera and Aliyah when Bryce went quiet.
Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can to make this not have me in it. Like, alright, yeah, you see any of the. Now my head.
Oh my God.
Yeah, real chopped.
Now that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. I'm gonna lie, that's tough. Yeah, Nicholas, yeah, I should have was done.
Huh?
Yeah, I should have was done.
Yeah, of course.
Right? I'm waiting for the rest of them. Haley, Aliyah, Kiara, Amy.
Nah, I leave it on.
Presentable
No.
right now.
Haley, come now. Come now.
No, I chopped as well.
Well, we all chopped. We all going through it. If I take off my glasses, I'll have a ball. Like,
You will see my curtain, I'm seeing.
nice small thing. I want to make sure I have all your attention. I want to make sure, like, you're not looking at solutions and things.
Oh, you want to see me? Oh no, that's so much.
Nice small thing. That's okay.
Nah.
Haley, look, Sasha. Sasha over here.
I am being forced to do this.
Kelly, you could
Gosh, I have no choice.
you could more than point your camera here.
No.
I would have, but not today.
All right, Aliyah, Bryce, Kiara, Amy.
Tell Amy.
Amy, let me see you. Let me see you.
No. Mm-mm.
Amy.
I look in chopped as well. Mm-mm.
Though I feel like in a forest here, only hearing chopped. That's crazy.
I don't looking too good right now, so nah.
That's okay, Bryce. You always looking like a star.
Nah, I don't hear no cool man thing, nah. So nah.
So
Yeah, babe.
you were taking this absolutely absurd hair. Well, overgrown hair.
I
It
don't
is so overgrown.
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Wait, Kiara, what is that? Kiara, what the hell? Let me stop share for a moment.
Hi, dude.
Wait. Do that again. Let me take a picture of that.
Hi, dude.
Hey, Mira, what's the plan?
I doing chemistry. I have chemistry paper 2 and comes paper 2 in the morning.
Oh God, I don't wish to be in your position. I don't wish to be in your position.
How's university?
Oh, this is real stressful. But we last exam was real good. We get 8% out of we 100% for counting. We get
Accounting?
yeah, counting from 1 to 7 in binary. But are real easy.
Bad. Bad.
Easy. Yeah, well, best of luck. You're gonna mash them up.
You too.
Taking drip seat.
Oh boy, Christmas drip. Okay. Let me get my Christmas merch. Yeah, let me get my Christmas merch up in here. Oh, yeah. Christmas merch. And all the cameras went off.
So we should totally match, you know.
Wait a
We should match this.
we good. We're good. Yeah, waiting for everybody to lock in, but I only study about how they chopped. All right. With that being said, Kiara, let me load up the matic. All right, so Kiara, you there, right?
Yep.
All right, Kiara, welcome to the camera. I want to make sure you're not cheating.
I'm sure. Reggie Ralligan's thing right now. And
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. All I will look instant.
It's not fair.
All I will look in chopped. It's okay.
Okay. So.
All right, let me go.
I could get my pack. That's alright. I'm gonna get my book. Because I don't want to watch the screen. Oh, you want me to watch the screen?
I get your book. You didn't have your book before?
No, I didn't have the 2025 paper.
Oh, okay, pass.
It's right here. Okay, wait, never mind. I only have up to 2023.
Here, watch this. Watch it. Oh no, I had to sing like an emo song. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort.
That's so tough, sir.
Yeah, I know that song.
So tough.
Listen to that song every day.
Yeah. Nicholas, I'm to the camera, boy. It was looking real tough.
I died. Hold on.
Going real tough. It was going real tough.
Nicholas, the hair was tough.
It was tough.
It was.
All right. So everybody who can put on the camera, and let we go. We're gonna go till past 10.
Alright.
Yeah, Nicholas, we seeing you, Riz, boy. We seeing you, Riz.
Oh my god, look at you burn.
Wait, you gotta do this. Wait! No, you gonna chop up that maths exam, boy. Oh, God. Nicholas, you looking like this? Wait. Bad. Let me go. So, yeah.
You really back? Listen to him.
That's like,
I am dying here.
There's a girl talking in the background.
No, you didn't hear Eden. He was
Man,
laughing.
that sounds like a girl. That sounds like a girl, right?
Are your friend?
Wait, I'm gonna call him randomly. Right. So Kira, read the question.
V, X, Y, and Z lie on the circumference of a circle shown below. Center O with diameter VY.
Why you sounding like a girl laughing in the background, boy? The girl trying to do she work, she have exam on the 9th. I just hearing you going. Wait, are you in the background? Anyway, later. Bye. Right, let me go. So here I was reading the question. The first question is state the theorem that justifies the values for each of the following angles. So try to justify why angle B is 62 degrees. Why is that?
And you know, like how the thing with like if the only
The same one.
the same segment.
Right, so that's one thing. They're definitely in the same segment, but they're standing on the same what?
They're standing on the same chord, so they're equal.
Right. What are the chord? What is the chord we are looking at?
X and Y. Is it X from Y or is it like?
Wait. I'm talking about it standing up on it. Watch.
What?
Kira, are you referring to this?
No.
Are you referring to this?
No.
Okay, then we have a problem there.
Oh.
So, Nicholas, help Kira out. You can see that both of them are standing on the same chord. What chord is that?
Yeah, is that thing? CB.
Yeah, Kira, watch. Kira, look at it carefully, right? We have this angle, and we have this angle. What are both of them standing up on?
The same chord.
Right, what is the chord, remind me? Someone ask Kira, what is the chord? What is the chord they are both standing up on?
I think I'm wrong, but like.
Wait, what is that chord? First of all, tell me, what is that chord?
That's the thing, I don't know what's that chord. All I know is the.
Okay, Kira, a chord is a line that connects 2 points of the circumference. Could be anything.
Well, right, I have the right idea then.
So this is an example. So Nicholas, what would that be? What chord would that be?
ZB.
Say it fast, Nicholas, what that would be?
Which one?
It's in red.
Why?
Oh, ZY.
Right, so Kira, what would be the chord that both of them have in common?
ZB.
ZB, right? So the reason for that is because, so tell me, right? Angles in the same segments.
Angles in the same segment that stand on the same chord are equal. Or standing on the same chord.
What is the same chord we are talking about?
ZV.
Right? Open bracket ZV are equal. Right, so cool. Keely, you're there, right?
Yeah.
Keely, you see, I can't even tell if you're there because you don't have your camera on. You don't want to bless us with your magnificent presence.
See, I would if I had known. I would have combed my hair and
That's
look like a
okay.
human.
That is okay. We're not looking like humans here. We want to look like beasts. We want to look like math gods.
Nah.
But anyways, Haley, when you're looking at this, I want you to tell me something. Is this a chord? Is that a chord?
No,
No, that's not a chord. Why it is not a chord?
is it not touching the two sides?
I think what you mean to say is that it not going to the circumference.
Oh yeah, it's not touching any side.
Right. So a chord goes from one end of the circumference to another end. This stops prematurely. Cool. So here, while you're at it, help me find angle C. They're saying angle C is 124. So they are saying that this angle over here is 124.
Angle at this, that one is angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference.
Yes. So easy this thing is. Right. So that was real good. Kira, are you there?
Yep.
All right, so Kira, I think you know what the answer for this one will be semicircle, right? I think you could see it, 90. But let me just verify. OVW. Can you show me? Actually, no, it's not semicircle. Kira, can you show me where angle OVW is? Where would OVW be?
So the center, that is O there, and then straight down V, and then W across.
So where would the
Yeah.
angle be?
By V. It'll be a right angle.
What's the theorem for that?
Would that one be the angle between the tangent and the radius is always 90?
Right, that's it.
Can I know, please? Listen, it's telling me for 3 seconds and I was going to be wrong there.
You hear any in the back with you?
Yeah, here now.
Talking real loud.
Real loud, and yeah, let's map out. Right. So Kira, angle A now, angle A. Can you show me where angle A would be?
That would be that is it'll be U and W and V and C.
Nicholas, every
Or
time,
would it just be like UV to UVZ?
yeah,
UVZ.
UVC.
Yeah.
Nicholas, anytime Kira hit you with something saucy, I don't raise one eyebrow like this. Wait, check it out. Gotta be like this.
No, don't put on this spot like that.
Yeah, what? You gotta hit you with that one eyebrow.
Yeah,
Nobody sees Nicholas right now.
I don't seen him.
Right. So Kira, we're dealing with this. What theorem is that? Why are we saying, how would we find for angle A? How are we going to find for angle A? So, Kira, my advice is look at where angle A is and look at everything in the question. Look at where it is. It's between a tangent and a
Chord.
well, yeah, you're technically correct. ZV is a chord, right? But there's go further, go deeper into it. Go deeper into it. Nicholas, I like your wrist. You're looking real tops, top of the line.
Yeah, finds out.
Look how Roshni Ganga I'm right now. Let me show you how she's son looking in my class. Right.
Now come and check me and tell me it have.
Yeah, so Kira, come back to camera. I want to make sure you're not cheating. So Kira, look at where angle A is. Angle A is between a tangent and a what?
A segment.
What shape is this?
Oh God. A triangle.
Try harder. A joke. Right? So which theorem you think you ought to use? Which theorem? Nicola, stop with that. I think you're distracting Kira. Stop with that.
I ain't even watching. I ain't even watching Nicholas.
All right. So Kira, look at where the angle is. We can see that the angle is between a tangent and
The angle between a tangent and something about interior angles. I know
right.
there's.
So normally, Auntie would say that. Auntie would do that. Right. So if this is 62, what do you think this could be?
62.
Right. That's the answer. 62. So what's the theorem here? Kira, what's the theorem here?
I don't know the entire theorem.
That's
All
why
I know is
that's why I make all the copy down, no?
I could read off the paper.
Read off the paper first. Actually, no. Try to figure it out. So the first thing we're gonna say where the angle is. The angle is between what? So the angle
between a tangent.
The angle between the tangents, or the
tangent and the side of a shape, or the side of a triangle,
yeah, is equal
to.
So 62 is on the outside of the triangle or the inside? Where is 62?
Inside, interior.
Right. Is it like right next to? Is it right next to? Or is it like opposite?
Opposite.
Right. That's it. So the angle between the tangent and the triangle is equal to the interior opposite angle. Healy, do you understand that?
Yeah.
All right. Veda, I see you doing a lot of things. Let me know if you understand this.
I was getting snacks.
You understand this?
Do I understand this?
That's the question.
Yeah, I'm questioning myself too.
Right, so watch. This is the theorem we had to use. I'm not sure if you copied it down, but anytime you have an angle between a tangent and a triangle, it's equal to the interior opposite angle and vice versa. So in the question we were looking at, and you have a tangent over here. Wait, you can see the tangent, right?
Yeah, I could.
Right, so we have a tangent, and what other shapes do we have? What shapes do we have in this question?
Triangles.
Triangles, right? So is it fair to say that we have an angle between the tangent and a triangle?
I guess so.
Look at the diagram. It don't look like you're looking at the screen.
I am.
Okay, so you can see that we have an angle between the tangent and a triangle. So that would be equal to the interior opposite angle. If they gave us 62, so A would be 62. That's rule. That's it. Now, another way you could have looked at it is it also forms an angle in between this triangle and the tangent. And earlier, we found that B was also equal to 62 degrees because angle B and the 62 degrees is stand on the same chord, ZV. So again, we just now found that this is 62 because interior opposite angles. Cool. So that's the answer for that question. The angle between the tangent and the triangle is equal to the interior opposite angle. So Vade now way to help me with angle D. So how would I find for angle D?
Angle D, shit. The full angle there will be 90 degrees, but that's not what you want.
Tell me which triangle we are looking at. Singling it out helps us. What triangle are we looking at?
Bottom left.
Tell me the letters. Is it like VXC, OVX?
D, OZV.
OZV, right? What kind of triangle are looking like?
Right angle.
How would that looking like a right angle triangle? I would not be a right angle triangle. Vade. O to Z is an example of a what? What is O to Z an example of? O is the center of the circle. What would that be?
It'll be
the what of a circle? What do you call
diameter?
Diameter? No. Diameter is when you go end to end passing through the center. What
Oh
is
shit.
when you go from the center to the circumference?
See, I could answer this whole thing for you like 10 minutes ago. I don't know what happened to me now.
But we don't care about 10 minutes ago, do we? We care
I do.
care about now. So
Radius.
radius, right? O to V. What is O to V? What will O to V be?
O to Z?
O to V. O to V.
Another radius.
So if both of them are radii, that would make that triangle a what? So if both of them are if both of these sides are radii, and in a circle, we know the radius is the same throughout. So we have a what triangle?
Isosceles.
Right, you have isosceles. So this would be 124 degrees here. And we know that these two sides are equal, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so in our isosceles triangles, what do we know about the base angles? The base angles are
equal.
Right, so if this is 124, what would be the remaining angles? What would be the sum of the remainder? Sum.
56.
56, right? So 180 minus 124 is 56. And so 56 would be the sum of these two angles. So what would one of the angles be?
$28.
Yeah, that's correct. So that's your answer there.
Real.
Right, 28 degrees. So angle D is 28 degrees. The reason we used to figure that out is, and let me be specific. So Vade, according to the question, the triangle we are looking at is OZV, right? Right? We're looking at this triangle.
Yeah.
Right? So the first thing you want to say is OVZ, triangle OVZ, is an isosceles. So if it's an isosceles, that would mean that the base angles are equal. And the calculation for that will be 180 minus 124. That's 56. And so one angle. So I'll just say angle D. So angle D would have been equal to 56 divided by 2, which is equal to 28 degrees. So you feel like you understand that. Let me know if you catch that.
Yeah.
Okay.
My vision just going real bad.
Keely, let me know if you catch that solution.
Yeah.
All right, so Healy, you'll help me with the last question, right? Angle E. First of all, where is angle E?
E. It's by Z.
Right. So here what? Remember what I was saying, right? Anytime you find for information, put it in the question. So do we know what angle D is?
Yeah, it's 28.
Right? So that will make over here 28 as well, right?
Yeah.
You know, iPhone?
That's the MacBook. That's the MacBook.
So. That's it. I hit your iPhone also.
I would never buy an iPhone. You know, I would never buy an iPhone.
So, check this.
I was about to start on your case.
Wait. Does he find X7 Ultra?
Go.
Wait, you get through.
No, lie, it's a picture of it.
Do that. I will shoot you now.
I'll buy an office, you said.
I go and buy yo, when you buy it, we will go meet up, we will compare between that and the OnePlus 12 and the find X200 Ultra.
Ooh, yeah, well, I want to get the X200 Pro, that's the thing. So, X200 Pro versus X200 Ultra.
Yeah. Or the find. I want to get the Oppo Find X8 Pro. That's another one.
That will be better with the image processing.
So let me continue, right? So Healy, we want to figure out for angle E, right? Angle E. So Healy, you with me?
Yeah.
Right, let's look at all the information we have. What triangle do you think we would want to consider if we want to find for angle E?
Right angle.
Say that again?
Is it right angle?
So you think this is a right angle?
Yes.
No, you can't do that. If you can't mathematically prove it, you can't say it. Let me ask you a question, Healy. Is this a diameter? Is this cutting the circle in half?
No.
No, so you can't say that this is 90, right? You can't do that. Can't do that. And it didn't say anything about this and this being half. So you can't use that theorem either. So what do you think we should do? I have two ways you can do it. So look at all the information we have and see if you can figure out for angle E. I know you could do it. So Haley, you have any ideas? So Haley, look at this, right? For instance, when I wanted to find for angle D, I looked at this triangle specifically. So if I want to find for angle E, what triangle do you think I should look at specifically?
The ZX triangle.
The ZX triangle?
Like, yeah.
Over here?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if we are considering this triangle, right? We know that this is 62. And what do we have to find for? What do you think is easy to find for before finding for E? Again, you can't say that this is 90. You have to mathematically prove it. I know you can do it, Hilly. I know you can do it. So we definitely can't find for this angle, but maybe we could find for this angle. So try to find for this angle. So Hilly, try to find for this angle. Do you have any ideas how we might find for this angle? Look at all the information we have. We have plenty of information on the screen. Sasha, if you feel like you do, try it on paper and show me. Try it on paper and right, so here it. See anything we could possibly find? Any pieces of information we could possibly find?
I know we could find the E
Right, Haley. Forget about the question. Let me just look at the question and see if we could find for any angles possible. So, Haley, is it possible for me to figure out for this angle?
Yeah.
If I wanted to find for this angle, what big triangle would I look at?
COV.
I would look at ZOV. I think you're talking about the big one.
Yeah.
I would consider the big
Yeah.
triangle.
Yeah, the big one. Sorry.
So we know that this is 28. Is it possible for me to figure out this whole angle?
Yeah.
Okay, so definitely we could figure this out. So if I wanted to figure that out, what would I have to do?
You can add 28 and 18 to get the whole bottom number and minus it from 180.
So I would say 180 degrees minus 28. Add. What other angles I have to add to take away from 180? Tell me, Haley.
Oh,
So we have 28.
that's all.
Are we looking at this triangle?
46. That's when you add 28 and 18.
Right, so plug that into the calculator and let me know what you get.
106.
106. So here I'm out, right? If this is 106 looking kind of high, let me just verify everything. 28, 2, 2, 3, 46, 46, 50, 74. That's correct, that's correct. And then mentally that's correct. Right? So Haley, with that being said, if you know that if this is 106, is there anything you could figure out for? Proceed then. Come on, Haley. So Haley, you know that this is 106. Is there any other angles you could figure out for?
Just E.
Say that again?
Just E.
No, look at it. You could definitely figure out something else that's not E. You could
E?
definitely, if you need to annotate, annotate. But once you have this, you could find for something else. I assure you, you could find for something else.
The angle right next to it?
Go ahead.
No. Well, yeah.
I need you to be confident here, you know. I need you to
Yeah.
be confident. Yeah? How would I find this
Yeah.
angle? How would I find this angle?
It would be the same. Oh no. I'm not sure.
You have it. It's real simple. I promise it's real simple. Real simple.
Is it the same?
Is it the same 106?
Yeah.
Okay, if you say that this is 106, right? And you say that this is 106, what is this? That's a what?
Oh, that's a straight line.
It's a straight line. So that's the answer right there. We know that this is 106. So what does how to be?
Oh, it'll be just now. It'll be 74.
Yes. I need you to be able to see it. Well, obviously, after tonight, you will see it. We do more questions and you will see it, right? But yeah,
Yeah.
74, right? So here what? Now that we know that it's 74, can we figure out for E confidently?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could. So angle E would be what? What would angle E be? How would I find angle?
44.
Geometry working. That'll be what?
Oh, 180 minus 74 plus 62.
Right. And what did you get?
44.
Right. So that wasn't that bad. But here I was saying, guys, if all is seeing any angles all you could find for, just find for it. Just find for it. I promise it will help all you. More information, the better you're gonna be. So clearly, regardless of the question, just find for something, right? Look out for the straight line. I'm surprised you didn't see the straight line, but you've seen it now, right? This is a straight line.
Yeah.
And if it's 106, then the other angle here add up to 180. Yeah. Give me a second, guys. My girlfriend wants a kiss. Have a good night. I love you. I'm not talking about Olia. Although I do love Olia, I want to do good.
I'm very thankful, actually.
That's good. That's good.
So
I tell Olia, I crazy.
yes.
It's small thing. It's small thing.
See the cement is away tonight,
Well, if you must people don't make it cry, I will make it cry. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. You must people will make it cry with cry tears of joy. Don't worry. Right, so
Joy? Joy? Oh my gosh.
right, so this was one of the harder questions. I'll review it one more time for the sake of everybody. Is there anybody in class who feels like they don't fully understand this? Clearly. Aliyah, are you there? Aliyah and Bryce.
I am here.
Okay, Aliyah. Would you like me to re-explain anything in this question?
No, I understand it. I just have to
I just watched it and I was like, just tell me.
No, I just had to understand and try and find for what I could find for.
Okay, well, here what? And that being said, I want to run through it one more time for your sake, right? One more time.
All right.
62. Aliyah, let me just explain something real quick, right? You can't look at this, eh? You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. Is this a chord?
No.
No. Why is it not a chord? Why is this not a chord?
Because it not passing through the radius and touching the circumference.
Right. The main thing is it not going from end to end. A chord touches one end of the circumference and it goes to the other end of the circumference.
Yeah.
What we really need to look at is what? Where's the chord you see in here?
ZV?
Yeah, ZV. So you have two angles in the same segment standing on the same chord, ZV, and they will be equal. Or you understand that one, like 100%. You can see it.
Yeah.
Right. Next one, angle C is 124. This is another easy one.
6.
I should remember what's the level of one arrow.
The angle at the circumference. No, the angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference.
Right. Because if you might, like I tell you, if you pull back a bow and arrow more, the more you pull it back, the angle is going to get smaller, right?
Yeah.
So if you pull it back a greater distance, which is at the circumference, it will be half the angle. So you understand that one?
Yeah.
OVW, this one is another simple one. So OVW, they're talking about this angle over here. The answer for that is the angle between the tangent and radius is 90.
Yeah.
That one really easy. Angle A. To find for angle A over here. Notice something earlier. You have a tangent and you have an angle between the tangent and two triangles. You can consider any triangle, you're going to get the same answer. Which triangle do you want to consider? By the way, earlier, do you know that B is 62 degrees?
Yeah.
Okay, so earlier, which triangle do you want to consider? Whatever triangle you consider, it needs to go to the circumference.
So you could consider a triangle. Triangle XC.
XC is a chord, not a triangle. X to Z is a chord.
Well, that triangle, no.
I think you mean to say VZX.
Yeah, the whole triangle.
And the whole triangle. And you can see that you have a tangent and you have a triangle, right? So the angle is being formed between the tangent and triangle.
And triangle, yeah.
And so anytime you have this situation, that angle is equal to the interior opposite angle. Now they told us that the interior opposite angle was 62. So if that interior opposite angle is 62, wouldn't that make this 62?
Yeah.
You sure you understand that one?
Yeah. I just had to remember that one.
Okay, you'll get practice. And then the same, the way to find for angle D. So angle D is over here. What I needed to recognize is that O to Z is a what? What is O to Z? You're starting from the center and going to the radius. What's it? I don't tell you the answer. I don't know what's going on. Radius, right? Radius.
Yeah.
They're going from the center to the circumference radius. The same thing for O to V. So if both of them are radii, that would make triangle OVZ a isosceles, right?
Yeah.
And that would make the base angles the same. So all you're going to do is you're going to subtract 124 from 180. And what are you going to do next? Tell Malia. I would say 180 minus 124. And what do I do next? If I want to find for the base angles, I want to find for angle D.
You divide by 2?
Right, because the base angles are the same.
Yeah.
Good. And now if I want to find for angle E, we just now went through that. To find for angle E, I had to utilize everything I find, and I needed to find for that angle. Now, Aliyah, I could have found for that angle because I knew what angle D was. D was 28. I knew that okay. Check something. Yeah, so Aliyah, look at this, right? How did I figure out for this angle? We're considering the whole angle, right? Whole triangle. So this would be D. And then we could figure out for this whole angle.
Yeah.
Right, so we know that D is 28. And this will be this whole angle here will be what?
28 plus 18.
Right, so that's how we get the 46. And since you know two angles, and you just had to add it up and minus it from 180 to find the missing one.
Mm-hmm.
Once you know that, you recall that you're on a straight line, so this will be 74.
Yeah.
Now that you have 74 and you have 62, you have two angles you need to find for E. You just add it up, minus it from 180, and you get your answer. So 44 degrees. So what we used there, we really used to figure out angle E. We said that so angle E is 44. So we said that angles, or sum of angles in a triangle is 180. And we also said sum of angles along a straight line is what, Haley? What's the sum of angles in a straight line, Haley? Sum of us.
180.
Don't forget that. It's not 106 plus 106. Stop the cap. Not 106 plus 106.
Not funny.
Yeah, it wouldn't be funny if you write that in the exam. That would be crazy. But it wasn't such a bad question. Let me move on. One time, I'll send only all of the questions we do. Let me move on to 2023 now. No time wasting. Sasha, you welcome with 2023. Because you're looking like you're very sleepy.
Take care of your city completely, so yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, our question. So we do 2025, 2024, 2023. We have two questions again. Let me speed through this. All right, there we go. So, Sasha, using the appropriate theorems, state 3 reasons that explain why angle Z is 45. So why is Z 45? First of all, what kind of triangle is, Sasha, tell me. You see an isosceles, right? That's the first thing we see. We see an isosceles. Another thing we see in a what? notice WU is cutting straight through the center. So that means it cutting the circle in.
Right angle thing.
Right angle, yes. So it cutting the circle in half, right? So what we see in there, angle in semicircle 90, right? And Sasha, in addition to that, we know it's isosceles, so it's possible to find for these angles. So again, if this is 90, we would subtract that from 180. Right. So the main theorems they are looking for is number one. So Sasha, what is the angle between the tangent and radius? Tangent and radius. 90, right? So if we know that this whole angle here is 90, and we know that this is 45, and this will be 45, right? So that the first reason is angle between tangent and radius is always, like you said, always 90 degrees. So if that is the case, that would be 90 minus 45, and that would give you the 45. Right, now we need to figure out a second reason to tell them. Right, so Sasha, are there any theorems that utilize a tangent, a triangle, and the angle in the middle?
Yeah.
Right, no. Here we're asking you, is there any theorem that utilizes a tangent and an angle between a tangent and a triangle? Come on. So which one? Now on this page. Look for a tangent and the angle between a tangent and a triangle. That one, right? So how that one does go?
Yeah, between the tangent on the side of the triangle is equal to the interior of the triangle.
Right, so the angle between the tangent and triangle is equal to the interior opposite. Cool. Now, the other reason I'm going to put is just going to be isosceles and angles in a semicircle is 90, because those are theorems we have to use to figure out in conjunction with these two terms. So reason one, isosceles angles in a semicircle is 90. Reason two, angles between tangent and radius is always 90. We have to use that. Nicholas is still there?
Yeah.
I wish I had live sound effects. I would have played highest in the room for how I write in here. I'm the highest in the room because it's so high they didn't even touch any line. Yeah.
I'm not as me related to that song.
Yo, I don't want I swear to God, if Roshni Ganger, if your mother hear what you be saying on these, she'll get a heart attack, lady will get a heart attack. I sure when I show she that picture you she go born. It cuts down the woman age. Well, sending up the woman blood pressure. Right. So Healy, is there anything you did not understand with this question? Any of my answers? You didn't understand?
Me?
Say that again?
Is it me you're talking to?
Let me not be savage today. Yes, Healy, I was talking to you. Did you understand all the reasons?
Yes, I did.
Okay, say no more. Say no more. So just to recap, a couple of reasons I had to use was isosceles and angles in a semicircle is 90 degrees. I had to use that. I also had to use the angle between the tangent and radius is 90. So this is 90. So if this is 45, this could be 45 because 45 minus 90 is 45. And I also use the angle between the tangent and the triangle is equal to the interior opposite angle. So 45. Good. Kelly?
Yeah.
Right. All right, we speeding through this question. So Sasha help me out here, right? Okay, it's real easy. Tell me what angle X could be. Just by looking at that. Yeah, angle X. Kelly, I show by just by looking at that, you seen it one time.
56.
M say 56. I want you to recognize Y is 56. Which theorem is that? Yeah, the first one, yes, that is it. So angle X is equal to 56 degrees. By now, well, they should remember the theorem. Somebody tell me the theorem.
Angles in the same segment and standing on the same chord are always equal.
Right. Sasha, what is the same chord they're standing up on? What is the same? FH, nice. So Aliyah and Haley, check it out, right? FH, you can see it. Both of them standing up on FH. FH is where they're standing up on. Right. Right, angle Y. So now that I know what X is, I'm just gonna put it in one time. Angle X is 56 degrees. Yeah, I want somebody help me to find for angle Y. Let me see if I'm gonna catch. I'm waiting. Anybody could help me figure out for Y. Don't look at the solutions, eh? Sasha, if you had to guess, how would you find for angle Y?
GH, GH triangle.
Wait. Where's the isosceles? Where did they say anything about isosceles in the question? You don't know isosceles? Nah. Here, I'm just going to help you in the book. This one is a more. Yeah, come on. Roots. I'll give you a hint. You don't have to use no fancy theorem. Just strictly a triangle. So just strictly a triangle. You're not going to use no fancy theorem or anything. Strictly a triangle. So we're trying to figure out for one angle. Trying to figure out for angle Y. Based on the information we have, is it possible to figure out for any other angles?
56 minus 180. Yeah, that will get an answer.
Guys, it's
Since the other ones are straight line plus mark.
yep. That's exactly like the previous question. So we again. Haley, I want you to explain. Tell me why we're going to find for this angle first. So I want you to explain to me. Some of you all might have been tempted to say that the answer was 56 by 2. How much earlier was tempted to say the answer was 56 by 2? Haley, were you in that boat? Were you tempted to say the answer is 56 by 2?
Mm,
Yeah, and?
no.
No. Okay, that's good. Yeah, 105? Guys, the reason why you couldn't use that theorem is because this is not at the center. Haley, is it at the center?
No.
No, the center is over here, so you can't do that. Mhm. So the angle Y, if this is 105, and we know, and Healy, this is not 106 plus 106, it's a straight line. So if this is 105, what is going to be?
75.
Let's go. So 75 degrees. And we didn't use any fancy theorems for that. We just said, we said the sum of angles. And we also said that the sum of angles right. So, Aliyah, you understand this?
Yeah.
All right, Aliyah, you go help me with the last question. After this, we're going to do one more question. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to make sure I see a question with a quadrilateral, a cyclic quadrilateral.
Oh gosh.
No, not real simple, Aliyah. In a cyclic quadrilateral, the opposite angle adds up to what?
182.
That's not hard. That's real easy. So if one of the angles is 76, the other angle is 104. Man.
All right.
Question out for no reason. Come on. Right? Wait, that was it?
Yeah.
That was easy. That was actually very easy. Yeah. That's crazy. Are they really having trouble with this thing? No, all they good, all they good. Are they gonna mash up this? Don't worry. The morning of the exam, I'm gonna find a way to miniaturize myself, and like I'll be in all the ears whispering the answers. Trust. Right. Oh, Aliyah, you got a good question, boy. Ooh. Aliyah, you're blushing, you're smiling.
Pulling my hair, that's what you mean.
And are you smiling, you blushing, you looking at maths and blushing. Oh God.
All right.
You see, in this question, I'm getting excited. There you go. And in this question, Sasha, you see it too. Are you seeing? Wow. Are you seeing? Wait. Imagination. Aliyah, are you seeing any cyclic quadrilaterals in this question?
Um. Yeah.
Yeah?
Am I? Yeah.
Am I? Are you?
I am.
I am? I will.
Again, frightened, I see and two.
I seen it, yeah.
You see in your future? It looking bright, huh?
Yeah.
I love that. Wait, I'll give me the LED. Wait,
It's
LED.
blinding.
Oh, wait, watch this, guys, watch this.
Oh god.
This is all I had right now. Wait. I'm going to fail.
So,
Wait. I'm going to fail.
so
I'm going to
real.
pass. I'm going to fail. I'm
So
going to pass.
real.
Right. Right. So Haley, not Haley, Aliyah, since you're so confident, can you call out the cyclic quadrilateral you're seeing?
Okay.
I have
M
two, actually.
2.
Yeah,
I see 1.
two.
I seen it now. MHLJ
MHLG. That is this one over here.
and yeah, and MHJK.
Yes, this is the Pizza Hut logo. I was on Pizza Hut. Tonight I was supposed to carry Mr. Stan and Sasha out for pizza, but the math takes precedence. After the math exam, we go get pizza, right? All right, so this is the last question for the night. After this, I should be real good with circle theorem. Real good. And tomorrow is just to do 2025 paper. And well, whoever want to join, whoever want to do extra maths, whoever have any questions they want to clear up, I'll be there. For like indefinitely until the exam ends.
Oh my God.
So Aliyah, they want to say why HJM is 38 degrees. Why is, first of all, where is HJM? So HJM. HJM. So where's the angle? Is the angle over here?
No.
Is the angle over here? Okay. I think you can see it one time. Why is this also 38?
Because
we looked at it earlier in class today earlier today when we were doing bearings. It was something we learned in bearings, and I told you I had to remember it. If anybody could see it, let me know. Why is angle J 38 degrees?
It alternates.
Yeah. Aliyah, watch. Ain't you seeing easy?
Yeah.
Right. So the answer for the first one is alternating angles are equal. Right. MJK is 90. Why is MJK 90? Sasha, you seen it one time? It's like right away? They were waiting to know why MJK. That's over here. Why is MJK 90, Aliyah?
Because the angle in a circle is on 90.
Dog, you talking semi-sure.
I don't know if it's correct.
Tell me, okay, point the camera fast and look at me straight in the eye.
Oh gosh.
Fast. Look at me straight in the eye. What's that?
Oh my God.
Look at me straight in the eye. Wait, take off my glasses first. I've got I'm so blind I can't even see. I gotta go like this. What's the angle over there? Which theorem you gotta use?
The
Yes.
90 degrees one?
Right. Why are you saying that? Let me dig deeper. Why are we saying that? Why we have to use that one? What does the theorem say?
Angle. The angle in the semicircle is always 90 degrees.
Right. What makes a semicircle a semicircle? When you do what a circle?
When you cut the circle in half.
Right. What cuts a circle in half? That's what D.
The diameter.
Are we seeing a diameter?
Yeah.
So yes, you're correct.
Okay.
Nice. Well, Bryce, you fall asleep?
I think he was doing TV.
Okay, well I can't blame him.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, alternating angles for that one. Well, not alternating angles. The reason for this one is angles in a semicircle. Means singular. So angle in a semicircle is 90. That's it. That's real simple. So far you're liking what you're seeing. This is real easy. Right? Aliyah, let me just for part 2, let me just put in the angles we just now find for. So we know that this is 90. We know that this is 38. The bomber clad. 38. Right. So, Aliyah, where is MLG?
MLG. That's that big triangle.
Wow. A plenty big triangle here, no?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna write. All right, hold on.
MLG.
That triangle. You know what I mean?
You see anything?
I must be.
I must be blind too. I must be blind too. I don't see anything.
Are you serious?
Look at it in pink. Very nice pink. Yeah.
That thing, yeah.
MLG. That's correct. They want us to find for MLG. How are we gonna do that? Aliyah, how are we gonna do that?
The what we find for L, right?
Right.
So, I thinking.
See how it works. It's kind of tricky though, I see.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, take my advice, right? If you could find for anything, I mean anything, forget any question, just find for anything, do it.
You could find for K.
Okay, how am I gonna find for K?
You could add the 38 and 90.
Right.
And minus it from 180.
What should you gonna blow away your mind, right? What should you gonna blow away yourself?
Yeah, and you could use that rule, the angles in the same segment.
Let me go, that mob day.
Yeah.
Boy, let me go. You see, look at I tell you, just solve for anything you see and you can find it. You get
That
it
makes so much sense.
incidentally, right?
Yoga, waiter. Yoga 52.
Also, 180 degrees minus 38 plus 90.
Yoga 52.
And we just don't find the answer without even knowing.
So crazy.
I tell you, just solve, just see what you could find for, right? So the answer is 52 degrees. And the reason for that is because, what's the reason for that?
The angles in the same segment and standing on the chord, the same chord, are always equal.
Right, the angles in the same segment, standing on the same chord, are equal. And what chord are we talking about? Which chord are we talking about?
On the same chord, that could be MJ.
MJ, yeah. Mary Jane. Someone they know about that too much. Nicholas are looking at you.
Is that?
I say, Mary Jane.
Oh, nah. Oh, well, I know she, a good little years now. Me and she is good friends.
Wait, what?
Me and Mary Jane is good friends, childhood friends.
Wait, what?
Yeah, from Spider-Man.
That sounds so serious.
Wait, so Nicholas, you and Mary Jane know each other?
Yeah, from Spider-Man, and you know Mary Jane?
Oh.
Yeah.
So you and Mary Jane close?
Yeah. I really like Spider-Man.
I thought I got some incriminating evidence, but oh, if I could take any pictures for the TikTok, big up all this stuff. Let's take random pictures for the TikTok now. I'll post it up on the TikTok. Yeah. All right. So, Aliyah, you good, right?
Yeah.
You're kind of shocked how you just coincidentally find the answer.
Yeah, I was
Rajiv,
Yeah, Kiara.
you following back all your students on TikTok?
Oh,
By chance? Or
No,
are you just following back Haley?
I only follow the ones that is interacting fast and singing.
Still, he don't even follow me.
Kelly, I do. Oh my
You
god.
don't follow me.
Oh my god.
Follow.
Over the holidays, I gonna have like 10K followers. All they go see, all they go see thing, all they go see thing.
Rajiv, watch how you're gonna get so famous and your class gonna be full and then you'll just forget about us.
What?
Yeah, bye.
Yes.
No boy. Oh god. Ah boy. Come on. I very humble. You know what I'm talking about. Let me follow all at one time. I know Haley. She follow me back there. I try to follow back Amy, and I think Amy like declined the follow request.
You sure? I
Yes,
don't.
I sure. Amy, I was like, what? Wait, boy. Amy.
Rajiv, I
Like,
personally find you should follow back all the students. That's just my thing.
okay,
So we just have to ask
Kara.
them, like on
I didn't
Instagram.
expect that.
Rajiv, I
Wait,
followed you.
What's your name?
Go in your followers and search up banana and then milk. Banana milk. And you're bound to see
That's a real soft name, boy. That's a real soft name. Banana milk? What did you? Watch me, I can't even spell banana milk. Wait. I love my BF. What?
Wait, what? That's not me.
Banana milk?
That's not me.
Wait,
I don't have a boyfriend. That's not me.
Alfie Robo? Wait. Since when you that white person?
Exactly. Since when am I a white person, Rajiv? I'm
Apparently from
melanated
today.
to a certain extent.
Apparently from today, that was.
Wait, banana milkers. My bad. That's my bad.
Banana milkers? Not even more suspicious. What the hell? Whoa. Let me not say anything too controversial because I got posts on YouTube. I cannot scared here. Next thing about me. Wait.
You find it? I'm sure you find it now.
Fine. Anybody else who want me to follow all you? Drop all your TikTok or drop all your follow.
Rajiv, my bad. You did thing to follow me and I'll see it. I just accepted.
Whoops.
Whoops.
Womp. All right. So cool. Yeah. Don't forget to take pictures for the TikTok. Before class end, I want a picture with all you. Like the night before, the night. Like this is like Eve squared. This is like before the exam Eve squared. So I'll take a picture with all you. Take a little picture, right? So I could like do up all like here and thing real pretty and thing. Nicholas, I'm talking to you. We do a little ponytail and thing, put a little lipstick.
Yay! Aye.
You should do like 2 coconut trees.
No, I used to do that, I used to rock that real good. Watch this. They're ready for this, Watch out.
You should do that, yeah.
I was send a picture in the chat just now.
Yeah, that's why my hair gets so long. This is a real busy bad man style.
Wait. I'm confused with the pictures, for.
What picture?
You see something about don't forget pictures for the TikTok. Sounds so.
Yeah. I'll post a picture with my class before this.
Oh. Okay.
Cut my life into pieces. That's a real big emo, No, I'm so blind. I reach for my glasses, even though I have all my glasses. Now, you can imagine that bad. Wait. You don't get worse than this, Don't get worse than this. Well, unless he is Nicholas. Nicholas, remember what happened? With the Instagram and thing?
Yeah. I deactivate that whole Instagram account that they recently.
Man, bomb up the Instagram, yes. All right. Let me keep pushing. Like we giving birth. Well, I given birth to some geniuses here. So I gonna keep pushing. Healy, you hear what I was saying? Healy, you hear what I'm saying some weird stuff. I'm saying some weird shit.
You know, when you used to be saying weird shit is when you were still in Shiva Boys and you used to call me
Hey,
Sasha.
hey. That's in the past. That's in the past. That's in the past. Whoa, that's in the past, Hilly. I'll kick you out of my class, boy. I'll kick you out. I got abort. I got abort here. I got abort here. Like, I cooking. I still cooking. I'll still coming up, but I got abort here, Hilly. I got abort here.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Right.
Thinking na video ni chat they wanna look at chance.
Wait, what?
Make sure your volume up.
You have real confidence.
That was actually really good. I don't know why. That was really good.
I was looking for the picture. My hair was tied up like Mickey Mouse back finance said.
No, that was a A+ performance. No man, no cap, no cap. That was fully matched. That was real good. Cause tonight will be the night that I will fall for you.
Exactly.
Nicholas, we had to do like a acapella. We had a
Gotta do it on a song.
Nicholas, let me go, right? Let me go.
No.
After class. So let me go, right? So we just have these two questions on nice for the night. Are they good in circle theorem? That's it. No more circle theorem until ninth. Right? So Aliyah, let me keep pushing, right? So Aliyah, we're gonna put in everything we found for. So we know that this is 38 degrees, right? We know that this is what?
52.
How you seeing it making me feel unsure, you know?
Sorry, 52.
Oh, when you invite me for your wedding, I can't wait to see how you go and say I do. You must it feels like I do.
I gotta struggle.
It'll be like I do.
I think I do.
That's that's really wild. That's crazy. Yeah, so let me continue, right? So Aliyah, LGK, LGK, LGK.
The way I'm for G L
Wait, what is it? LGK.
O. Okay.
Yeah, you could definitely figure that out. So LGK, LGK. Ooh. It could be a group effort. So Haley, suggest one thing when you saying like how I see
I
the
don't
question.
know if I write. I
Mhm.
just make I guess. But okay, so in the I can't say the word, but the quadrilateral, right?
Cycle.
And all the sizes equal to 360.
Yeah.
So H would be 52. Oh,
52.
mm, wait, hold on. Never mind.
It's L G.
I just realized that the angle at M was not like fully.
Um.
Nicholas, snap this picture fast. Wait.
Alright, hold on.
Wait, yeah, capture it fast and
Yeah, I continue.
Right. Can't be lacking, you know, can't be lacking. Sasha, I gotta give my mark. Now you'll be able to get my mark tomorrow. Because you have exam tomorrow. For some reason, I think tomorrow is Saturday. I don't know why. Thinking tomorrow is Saturday.
I don't know. I feel like
You could do it. So push.
okay.
Come on, if you see if you can do this question. See if you can. Yeah. You have it, right? But it's in your head. It's in your head. It's in your toe.
It don't need to be there.
They need to be everywhere. Look at the question. Put on that phone. Stop talking, man. Do the question.
That is not.
Let me do the question. Let me do the question. Let me do the question. So Aliyah, again,
so-
take my advice. Just find for anything. Look at it and see if you could find for anything. Anything.
We could find, no, we don't find for that. No. The 38.
Be confident. Say with passion.
The little triangle. Hold on, sorry.
Can it be 38 plus 90 minus
I
180?
was thinking that too, but then
Wait. Let me get run that back.
38 plus 90.
38 plus 90 minus 180.
You go find this.
yeah, because it's that same
But-
triangle.
You go find this. Because it's 38 and it's 90. You go find 52.
So how you finding for that little piece?
Check Toppy.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Oh my
Nicholas, I have competition. Let me send you some. Let me send you some real top over here. You're not ready for this one. You're not ready. Not ready for that. Yeah, tougher than that.
I'm dead. That is it.
My girlfriend do that. Some are looking pretty. See, say no more. Right? So, Aliyah, we're trying to find for anything we could find for. Anything. You see in any possible thing you could find for? Look at all the theorems. Look at if you see an isosceles. Look at to see if you see anything.
Well, I seen the 2 lines, but like
All right. Okay. Aliyah, if you see in them 2 lines, that makes what triangle isosceles?
OMG. MJL.
MJL, right?
Whole triangle.
Right.
So that could be 52 and 52. Oh my
Right.
gosh, I so blind.
Telling you, I don't
Okay,
know how
then.
I'm so blind. I'm joking. I tell you, I'm more blind than you. Like if I take off my glasses, I can't even see 52 degrees. I'm being dead serious. I can't even see anything.
J is 76.
J is 76. Let me see. So this is 52. This is 52. But that being said, we could then figure out for this angle here, right? But that's not the answer, right? That's not the answer. Because they want us to find for LJK. That's this angle over here, right?
So yeah.
Or we could figure it out, right? So if this is 52 degrees, what is going to be?
76.
So together, you'll say 180 degrees plus 52.
No, mine.
What do you I nearly
Minus.
cussed, yes. I nearly cussed. Oh, God. Right. Yeah, let's go. So that'll be equal to what?
76. So
Let me
90
make sure our
minus.
logic checking out. 104. Yeah, that's correct. 170. So if this is 76 degrees and this whole thing is 90, how are we going to figure out for this piece?
You minus 76 from 90 and get 14 degrees,
Scholar behavior, boy. Scholar behavior. Take it away one time.
right?
Aliyah, you could like snap your fingers and say period real sassy. I feel like you could do that. I feel like out of all the like all of my female students, I feel either you or Kiara could do that. Could do that better. Honestly, I think Kiara might win. Kiara real sassy. She real sassy. Like snap your fingers and be like, period. I feel like
Probably.
reality
But Reggie, if you're real sassy though, you might
That's
probably
true.
beat me.
Like
you're real sassy.
for a male person, yeah.
Wow, for a male person is wild. Way. I'm just comfortable with masculinity, guys. I'm just comfortable in it.
It's totally fine.
Yeah. For a male person is wild. That's small thing. Right? So add our body to all here, right? Add our body to all here. So the answer is 14 degrees, right? The answer is 14 degrees. How did we get 14 degrees? Are we running back? So to get 14 degrees, the first thing we had to realize, right, Aliyah, was base angles and isosceles are equal.
equal.
What else we use?
What was that?
What else do we use?
Um,
Come on. Come on, gang, you can do it.
you add the two base angles.
Right? So I'll say 180 degrees minus 52. And that'll be equal to 76. And what we do next?
You minus it from the 90 degrees.
Right? So I'll say 90. Yeah, that's it. Nice. Cool. Last one. JHM. This one really easy. I know I keep saying all easy, but it genuinely is very easy. JHM. I'm not gonna even cap, and it's like so easy. Oh my god. It's like way ridiculously easy.
Fifth, never mind. I feel like I was rushing that one.
This is 14 degrees. Actually, you need all the angles we find for. So maybe that might help you. Yeah, so Aliyah, I promise it's like very, very easy. Oh my god. It tell me at the start, Aliyah, to ask you if you're seeing any, and you say, yeah, you're seeing something.
The cyclic quadrilateral.
Yeah, you gotta use the cyclic quadrilateral. So which
it
cyclic quadrilateral would we be looking at?
MHJL.
MHGL, that's correct. And we're trying to find for here, right?
So it could be 52
No,
degrees.
you pull out Bryce just now.
Wait, oh my god. No, that's wrong. Hold on.
That is very wrong. Yes.
Hold on.
You're right. You're right and wrong at the same time.
Oh my god. Don't make it sound so bad. Wait.
No. No.
You're gonna.
Okay, tell me the theorem. Tell me the theorem we're working with here.
Is a cyclic quadrilateral, so the opposite angles can add up to 180
Right.
degrees.
What is the opposite angle to each?
52. Oh my god.
Right.
128.
Yeah, 128 is the answer.
I feel embarrassed.
No, I've done some really stupid things before. I feel embarrassed. It's normal. It's fine. Now you can't make the mistake again though. You can't do it again. If you do it again, then it would be unacceptable. But we looked at all the most of the theorems, so we should be fine now. So what theorems did I use? I just used one. So Ryan, what theorem did I use?
The cyclic quadrilateral.
Somebody theorem.
All vertices.
Oh.
Okay, opposite angles add up to 180.
Opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral add up to 180 degrees. That's it. Yeah. So truth be told, I think it's like an easy 6.5 mark. I think I can do it. For sure. For sure. Yeah. Right. So that's it. I will send everything we did on the chat just now. How was it feeling about circle theorem?
A little bit better.
A little bit better.
I just had to make sure and remember the theorems.
Right.
So
I
once
think
I
by
remember
now,
that,
I
I'll be
think
good.
by now, yeah, sure you can see this one. I think you can see that one.
Yeah, for sure.
I think you could also see the cyclic quadrilateral. I mean, once you have like, no, that's not cyclic quadrilateral.
Yeah,
Like if all touching the circumference cyclic, I mean opposite angles 180. Again, I'm sure you're seeing the one with the triangle now for sure.
yeah, that too.
You see it all now. Just relax yourself, it'll be fine, You're going to cook. I have now given birth. You all are now renewed individuals with a stronger sense of confidence and pizzazz. You'll have got this. I was practicing my poetry, by the way.
All right.
Okay, with Aristotle and them now.
Yeah, up there, up there. Yeah. Among the skies. I'm in the highest. Yeah. Now I want to take a little picture with all you. All you wanna put on the camera, we'll take a little picture for this TikTok. For the grandma and thing, you know. Ah, Nicholas looking fresh out here, boy. Way. I feel like I should tie up my hair in honor of this. Like I should tie up my hair now.
Here on the everybody tie up the hair in the same hairstyle right now. On my little Snapchat filter or something here, my little chopped.
Well, are we gonna rock this out? Nicholas feeling himself, you know.
See filter something. Oh, yeah, after CSEC I stepping out just so and all this.
I hope your attitude is so stinking. Like I've I have bars there, mate. I'm waiting for the rest of them. I like that one better. I like the unicorn one. I like the unicorn one. The unicorn looking better.
I,
Gang. Oh, wait, let me see some. Let me see the filters. See that filters.
ah,
Yeah, Ballin. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
It's the one and only D and double G Snoop Dogg.
everybody else here.
I don't know
I
now.
drag them out the better.
You know what's wrong with them. No. I don't think you have enough Z's for this forehead, you know. Yeah, I think you need a couple more Z's for that. I like this one. This one goes hard, boy. Complimenting the black hand thing.
Yeah.
I like this one. It's bad. I wonder where the rest of them they, boy. Aliyah, where you, boy?
Oh my gosh, I'm right here.
I want to take out a picture for the TikTok and thing.
We had to put on our filter.
No, they could do anything. Some all they're not ugly, so they don't have a point filter and thing, but like me and Nicholas kinda chopped. So
I think everybody dropped at this point.
that's true.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look, this is gonna be Ole if Ole fail Ole exam.
Oh my god.
Ah. Oh,
I pass Maxwell, I pass out.
yeah. I waiting for Ole. Wait, boy. Nicholas a real course on me, yeah?
I share yeah.
Yeah. Nicholas is the only real one here, boy.
Wow, that's so. Oh my gosh. Is that sexist thing or something?
What? No, no, no. Kiara, I know you real photogenic, can't sing. What the camera?
I anything but photogenic. I just only look good in videos. I'm not photogenic at all.
Well, I'll take our video. I'll take our video. All I will be like, gang, gang. I'll be like,
My cat could be in the video.
that's Morton, that's Morton.
Not asking.
Yeah, yeah, you can't be in the video.
Right. Let me go get my friend.
Snoop Dogg. Hey, Nicholas, you hear the new song Snoop Dogg release?
The near.
You don't never hear it about how he puts in MJ. Yeah, this one. Wait. Last Dance with MJ.
Never heard. I had to listen to it tonight, so.
Nicholas, you do the bangs thing too, or?
Yeah, that. Hold on, let me take off this. Yeah, I have had a growth mode. I cut my hair recently and my baba. Destroy me.
Let me see what's going on there. This is the first time I see a Nicholas like actually observing this interesting specimen. Huh?
Yeah, looking weird.
My baba destroy my hair. Oh God.
Is someone looking like a girl?
He looking like a cutie.
I don't know. Nicholas has some real silky hair though. He has better hair than me. He has some real silky hair. Rajiv are real silky. I find both of them just are real nice hair for men.
Maybe
I hear-
it was meant to be a girl in the other life. Maybe.
They hair like real silky.
Nicholas, that mom. We just better, honestly. Just really best
Okay,
of both
then.
worlds. We're just like best of both worlds, you know.
Yeah, of course.
I
Hey, me there.
see Haley boss out, boy. Haley was like, nah, no pictures. Me no pictures. I see Amy still in class. Amy, you gonna be part of it?
No.
Spotting. I'm gonna take I'll boomerang here. Take I'll boomerang.
Wait, but like, what are we supposed to do?
I don't know, just be yourself. Wait.
Yo, what we show you, we calculate or something.
Yes, Casio.
Like,
I'll let you borrow my Casio. I not proposing.
shop.
No, I not proposing no shop in my class.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, they're my baby, so this is my child.
What we supposed to do though? Like,
I don't even know. I mean, that knock it on a Casio. I don't know.
the proto
Hold up, a little ugly shop. I will hold up my Casio.
Nobody could coast on me.
Dog, imagine having a shop in 2024. It's crazy.
Wait, we actually knocking it? Or what are we doing?
Yeah, all you knocking it. All you gotta knock it. Wait there. We need to come up with that scene. We should come up with that scene. What we gonna say?
Knock it on Casio. I follow you.
Knock it on the Casio. Load up the Casio and knock it on them. Load up the Casio and knock it on them.
Load up the Casio and knock it on them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Guys, what we just say?
Load up the Casio and knock it on
Right,
them.
load up the Casio and knock it on them. That's what we're talking about. Look, Haley jumping back.
Outside, Friday math exam, we outside.
What I join into? The picture? No, I leave it.
We loaded up the Casio and we knock it on them for the maths exam.
We eating up.
No, I telling you, when when like okay, when Haley put on the camera, you're gonna see makeup and thing, you're gonna see like she hair do and thing and
I
nails.
know I love to record a voice note.
Damn.
I'm not even looking good right just now. It's just do 5 of these guys. Hold on.
Oh, my face so oily. I rest it on my iPad and
Oh my god. I could show my forehead.
yeah, you can show your forehead. Dog, you see Nicholas and I? You
Oh,
don't
okay, I filters on.
You can put on filters if you want. Get your Castillo. Get your Castillo.
I
You
don't
see
even know
me?
how to do that.
You're going on a video and you're selecting choose video filter. Dog, it's how Amy abandoned me, boy. Way. I wasn't expecting Amy to bust out like that, boy. Way.
My cat went to my cat bus out too. I don't know where she
Check
going.
Nicholas now. Check Nicholas.
He
Check
just
Nicholas.
feel it himself.
Oh, we could get filters on this thing.
Yeah, I can't find it.
You go on video. Oh my god, what do? Wait.
I pinned myself and I don't know how to get back the rest of it.
I don't know.
Wait, let me get the light on. You get the light on. Okay.
Wait, what filter are we doing?
I'm trying to figure out how to get a filter.
Me too.
You click your video thingy and you see the arrow on top. You see like an arrow by the video thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Press that.
And then video settings.
Yeah. No video. Choose video filter.
I'm not seeing that. All I seen is choose background and blur my background.
Wait.
Should I put a background?
The background, and then
Sure.
after you click the background, you'll see different features.
Look, wait.
I have no filters.
Wait. I saw it. That's what's supposed to happen.
Kira, it actually blurring the background quite well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, you Nicholas. Wait. Nicholas.
Why?
I'm literally in the grass.
In the middle of the night. Grass.
Meow, meow.
No, grass. Grass. You know what you're talking about. No, boy, it's coming. You know. It's coming. Sorry.
Oh my god, so cool.
Sorry. All right, so everybody locking? Everybody ready?
Wait, let me get a filter.
Well, I have to have all you.
Wait, I don't understand. Let's just. Oh yes, let's blur my background. I have a basket of clothes.
Why it's not working? It's not working.
I'm not finding any.
Oh, they can tell me like what they're seeing.
Meow, meow, meow. Give me the
Seeing maths.
Not working. What?
I hope they don't sit any maths exam, eh? I hope they don't sit any maths exam. That'll be scary.
Oh my god.
Nicholas really enjoying himself, boy.
I taking him his filters.
No, the shades just go hard. I feel like all the girls I'll just try the same filter. Oh, look at that.
I have to leave and go back
Wait,
to the wait.
No. I want a filter to Alia. Wait, get it. It's not working for Kiara.
Wait, oh my god. It's literally on background and effects.
Why am I not seeing no effects?
Wait, and you like click on like, hold on, why do it?
This is so mean. My laptop don't like me.
Akhirnya update, boy. Yay! Finally. Ready?
That ain't happening in real life.
I think it's coming on.
I not care. I had to do like that.
Kira just as a hater, you know. Kira just a hater.
I'm not.
From day one.
And don't even say you're trying to be realistic.
It is realistic. I bet ain't growing from his face anytime soon, Reggie.
No, but I seen it. I seen the bed. I don't want to hate
Reggie, it have nothing there.
I see in
I have nothing there either.
I see in plenty potential.
Okay, guys, me and finding no filter, so a blurred background is what I want.
Or we can make it a group profile picture. Oh my god.
I don't know.
That's too much. That's pushing it.
All right. So bring up all the Casio and you know the saying, load up the Casio and knock it on them.
Knock it on them. Wait.
Ah boy.
Wait, you see my pizza? Make sure you see my pizza.
Yeah, we seen your pizza.
All right, so when I say it, I'm gonna say, what you just say? And then all they gonna be like, load up the Casio and knock it on them. Right. Guys, what we just say?
Load up the Casio and knock it on them.
Right, load up the Casio and knock it on them. They got police. Wait, I'm gonna add in fully mathematical. But you know people that be like fully dance.
46, yeah.
Yeah. Let me do that one more time. Take another.
Oh, we're doing it back.
Yeah. Chat, what we just say?
Load up the
Load up the
Casio and knock it on them. Fully mathematical.
Yes, load up the Casio and knock it on them. And we have one hater over here, which is Shark. Could never be we.
Never.
Right, guys. So, let me take one picture and I'll post it on the chat. Okay, sir. Everybody had to pull up the Casio. check the colors now. Actually, that goes hard enough. I'll do that too.
No, do the thingy with your jaw.
Wait, sir. Who could take the screenshot? Who could take the screenshot? I know I
Wait,
would.
do it back.
Wait, sir.
Wait. Guys, I'm gonna fix my face. Sorry.
So call me on my cell phone. Hey, boy. Nicholas, you know what's up? You see, Nicholas is the next Rajiv Dwarka. Topping the maths and everything. That was way. It's 11:11, guys. Make a wish.
I wish for one.
You're not supposed to sing it out loud.
He not gonna get one, but because he said it all, I'm gonna get one.
Oh, you're right. I'll get a distinction.
I like the delusion, huh? But yeah, you could actually get a distinction. Right. Let me go. I'll just record the screen and I'll take a screenshot from it. Right. Wait a Nicholas, you had to join. You had to do it too. Right, there we go. Nice. Yeah, guys. I'll see you all at 12 to 3 tomorrow. Yeah. Best of luck. Yeah. Later, everybody. Have a good night.
You too.